So you want to make a difference?
Yeah.
Trust me, you're gonna love it. And which branch are you interested in joining?
I'm gonna be a pilot. Best in the galaxy.
Your name?
Holy crap, everybody, we got our first look at the Han Solo movie, and they're dropping an even bigger trailer tomorrow. But we saw all the big stuff, all the actors. We finally got our first look at Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian in full-on pimp gear. Does he not look like the most fly space pimp? Billy D. Williams is probably going to be so excited about this, although he probably wants to be in some of these movies too. We still legit got a whole bunch of Star Wars movies they're going to be making, so maybe they'll work him in somehow. But this basically tells you the story of the Millennium Falcon. Like, you see it all shiny and new, so we're probably going to see him win it from Lando. But the dice in the Millennium Falcon, that is big running Easter egg that they featured prominently during Last Jedi, are actually the dice that he used to win the Millennium Falcon. So it's sort of like his lucky dice that he hangs up. They've always been there since A New Hope, but people have always wondered what they're all about. So they're really important to his character, which is why Luke Skywalker grabbed them during Last Jedi to give to Leia. But I do love the way that they open the teaser too, with like the dead silence of him just clicking all the switches on like he's powering the Millennium Falcon on for the first time. Although you also see him at the Imperial Academy signing up. What do you want to be? Which division do you want to go into? I'm going to be a pilot. Best there ever was. I love the way that they've framed that Star Destroyer moving through the eye of the Maelstrom in space too. But as suspected, they are probably going to do a version of the Kessel Run. So there were some toys that came out recently. People were like, okay, you know, toys come out for all the movies. Sometimes they give you clues about what's going on. And it was named the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon. So that's the main reason why people think that they're actually doing that in this movie. So a lot of the seminal Han Solo moments, like him meeting Chewbacca for the first time, this movie will cover that. So it'll be interesting to see if they ever do a sequel, what that sequel will cover. He's from Corellia. That's probably where he is here. Woody Harrelson's character might wind up being someone from the canon. He's just a roguish figure that's sort of a mentor to Han Solo. So it doesn't look like he's a superior officer or anything like that. So he might just be another smuggler that Han Solo runs into while he's doing his Imperial duties. But if you don't know the story of how he met Chewbacca for the first time, it's a legend story, and that's not canon anymore, but I have a feeling that that moment is such a seminal moment in the character's history that they'll bring it forward. Like, they have pulled stuff from legends before, like Thrawn, and made it part of the new canon, so I think that his meeting with Chewbacca will be relatively close to what it originally was in the books. But because the Empire was using a lot of Wookiee slave labor to construct the first Death Star, like you can see Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, standing here looking as it's starting to be constructed, Chewbacca got swept up in that. There was a bit of a revolt. They were ordered to kill all the Wookiees, but Han Solo, being a good character at heart, went AWOL, saved them all, and that's when they fell in together. But I'd be curious to see how he winds up meeting Lando for the first time during the movie, because even though he's a badass cape-wearing space pimp during Empire, it sounds like he has a lot of that going on right here too. So there might be some funny fake-it-till-you-make-it moments where like he still has a lot of the personality that you know from the Billy D. Williams version of the character, but just not the means that he has once we get to Empire.
Hey! Are you slimy, double-crossing, no-good swindler? You got a lot of guts coming here. After what you pulled.
How you doing, you old pirate? So good to see you. I never thought I'd get to see you again.
Well, he seems very friendly.
Yes, very friendly.
Emilia Clarke's character looks like she's maybe part of the nobility. She might wind up being a Corellian too. But her name is Kira. That's why people have been calling her Kira, as in K-I-R-A, but it's actually spelled Q-I''R-A. We don't know who this droid is, but there were rumors that Thandie Newton was going to be playing a non-human character, so she might be one of the droids during this film. Like we got K2SO, this film might introduce another new droid character.
Sir, the possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Would you like to know the probability of her using it against you?
It's high.
Let's get going.
It's very high.
Some new creatures, what looks like a new version of the cantina scene. Obviously, a lot of this is way shinier and way better looking than the stuff that we've seen in Star Wars so far. Like, there's this clear dichotomy where Han Solo comes from. Like, he's wearing this patchwork clothing as he signs up for the Empire, but most of these sets that you see are actually really polished and new looking, especially the Millennium Falcon. This is him fighting another alien on top of that train. This looks like it's probably going to be one of the big action set pieces of the film. He kind of looks like some sort of cybernetic alien creature. Kind of looks like a bounty hunter that may be working for the Empire, but he has a vibroblade. That's not a lightsaber, but you can kind of see the imagery that they're going for. There's a lot of people that have energy weapons like that. I wouldn't be surprised if this shot of the Millennium Falcon corresponds with that Star Destroyer coming for them through that big maelstrom. Like, that might be their way of teasing the Kessel Run in a really subtle way. But remember, this is only like 45 seconds of footage. The trailer that they drop tomorrow will have a lot more, so we'll get a little more context for that. But just everybody let me know what your reactions are based on this so far. And do you think that Boba Fett is going to pop up during the film? Because he's been rumored for a long time they were going to do that Boba Fett movie that Josh Trank was going to make, but then all that blowout with Fantastic Four happened a couple years ago, and then it just mysteriously disappeared from Lucasfilm's schedule. Like, what Boba Fett movie? There was never a Boba Fett movie. We don't know what you're talking about, even though we saw a logo. But either way, there's a whole bunch more Super Bowl trailers dropping today, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. Make sure you click that bell to enable alerts so you don't miss any of the videos. Infinity War will be dropping later tonight. They've been ramping up, so we'll probably get that during halftime. But you can click here for brand new Infinity War footage, and you can click here for all my Episode 9 predictions. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.